Hi, this is Jeff from Airstream Nerds. You just bought your first Airstream travel trailer and you're wondering before you head out on your first trip, what type of maintenance things and tools should I have on board? Well, Air Gear has a solution for you. They come out with this maintenance essentials kit in a nice little bag. When I get back, we're going to find out what comes in this thing, and I've got a couple other bonus things for you.
Airstream song, cruising to the campsite singing our song. Airstream song, we are the Airstream Nerds. Yeah!
This is the Air Gear Maintenance Essentials Kit with bag. Now, they've been working for a while to put together a really nice setup with all of the pieces and parts and small items that you may need, along with a nice bag that you can be proud of to carry this stuff around. As you can see, they got these nice little Velcro things like camera bags or little electronics bags that you can buy from Amazon and other places that have the nice little dividers that you can set up any old way you want. And the bag has some elastic places for some tools, for other stuff. You can arrange this any way you want. It's a nice little bag. It's got a handle on the top, two zippers. It's a nice bag. Their logo's on the front. I'm a big fan of storage and organization, so I like bags and containers, and I like having my stuff where I know where it is and I can find them. So let's see what comes in this kit. I'm going to set the bag over here to the side just so we have more space here. I got everything spread out. Let's start off with first is the Bow Shield T9. It is a lubricant. You can use it on anything in your camper that needs lubricant, and you can use it for other types of things as well. It's detailed in the documentation that they send. Then they give you, and mind you that these small samples of all these things are difficult to find, which is why this kit is so unique. A nice little small bottle of this, a nice little small bottle of the 303 airspace protectant. Use this on the rubber parts and seals. Spray this around your window seals. It helps keep your windows from sticking to the to the rubber seal. You can also use it for just cleaning, regular surfaces. Then you have fuses and a fuse puller. Now, in the fuse department, you have a bunch of different size fuses, and they're all lined up inside of the fuse panel, and sometimes they can be hard to get out. So they've included this small fuse puller, and basically it's like a pair of tweezers. You squeeze and it opens up, and then you would slide it down onto the fuse like that, and then you can pull it right out. Makes it much easier. It's safer than trying to pry the fuse out with a screwdriver or use a pair of needle nose pliers that are a little too big and jam them in there, and you could cause more issues than it's worth. It's got a nice little collection of fuses. Now, then we have two common size Allen wrenches that aren't as common in everybody's toolkit. You have a 2 millimeter and a 2.5 millimeter, and those are like the bathroom towel bars, bathroom doorknob, and other things inside the camper that uses an Allen wrench to tighten. Then we have a silicone hose washer. Use this for any of your hoses that are connecting to the outside of your camper. These do wear out over time. They dry, they crack. This is your emergency one. You have a roll of thread tape. Now you can use this thread tape on Teflon tape on anything. And this particular tape is also rated for LP gas, so you can use it on your water and LP. You have Phillips screws, number 8, 5/8, and 1-inch lengths. various things around here use these types of screws. They've got a nice little handful of each. You have blue thread lock. Basically, you put this on screws that have come loose, put it on the threads of the screws, not wood type screws, but metal screws, and on the nuts or whatever. When you tighten this up, this will lock it into place to keep the screw from coming loose again. 2 cabinet latches. So if you have a cabinet that the latch breaks while you're camping, one of the hardest things to do is drive down the road with a drawer that keeps popping in and out because you have a broken latch, and you can fix it when you get home. So we've got a couple of latches that will enable you to not have to stack stuff or tape or do something otherwise to hold the cabinet door closed when you're traveling. An empty spray bottle. You look at this, go, what the heck did they send me an empty spray bottle? But if you ever smell propane and you think you have a leak, put a little soapy water in here and go to your tanks or anywhere else on your pipe where you suspect that there's a leak at a coupling or somewhere like that. And you spray a little soapy water in there, and it will bubble up, and it will show you where the leak is, and then you can figure out how to address it after that. But this is a nice, small, durable bottle that you can put that solution. They sell leak solution already pre-made, or you can just use soapy, couple drops of dishwasher soap and some water in here and make just a soapy little concoction. One of the things that you kind of don't even think about is your 7-way plug, your trailer plug. Now, they've put together, let me move this stuff to the side here. They've put together a nice little maintenance kit for your trailer plug. You have a deburnishing tool, which basically is a small little file. Super fine file. You slide that in between the connectors, and that will clean in between the connectors. They have the deoxit, which is this stuff here. Put a little drop on the contact cleaner, and this will keep the contacts in your plug clean. They've also got the deoxit, their dielectric grease, which you'd also, once everything's cleaned up and you put a little bit of that, and this is basically grease for the electric fitting. And also a nice little brass brush just to help clean some of the debris that might be on the end of it. A nice little maintenance kit. Now, if you're just starting out and this is a great kit, but I would add something like this to the kit. Just a $5 screwdriver this one's from Home Depot. It's a Husky. They call this a 6-in-1. This side is, and it is essentially a Phillips and a flathead number 2 on one side and number 1 on the other. And then these are, I think, 1/4 inch and 5/16. So that's why they call it a 6-way, because you've got 4 blades and 2 nut drivers. Something to this effect, as well as some sort of wire cutter. This has a pair of pliers. This has wire strippers. It can cut a wire. We can do some crimps down here. This is a really handy all-in-one type device. I'll put links to Amazon down below for these 2 tools. Of course, I'll put a link for the maintenance kit. I am an Air Gear affiliate, so if you use my link to go out and buy the maintenance essentials kit, then I will get a small percentage, a small commission, and I certainly appreciate that from you guys. Now, you have this book, you have all these parts, but I think one of the greatest reference is to our camper is this guide, this book written by Rich Lur, who happens to also run the, works with the Air Gear store. So this is the second edition, and this book essentially goes through every maintenance task, all the pieces and parts of our campers, our Airstreams, without any specifics for this is just for Flying Cloud or Globetrotter or whatever. This is for general maintenance things, general preventative maintenance, general service stuff you should do. It's a very, very good reference book, and I like this because I keep this at home, and I basically, because it's on a spiral, I take the spiral out and I've scanned the book, and I will have this on my iPad and my iPhone. So not only will I have the hard copy at home, but I'll have an electronic copy with me. That way I have it in both places. I actually put it on my phone and on my iPad, and I have one or both almost every time we go camping. So I always have this great information with me. I also carry a lot more tools. I have had another video in the past of the tools that I bring along. I'll put a link to my tool video down below as well. Just look at the information. I appreciate you guys watching. This is a great beginner's kit, but also I think this is a great kit. I didn't have any of this stuff in my maintenance kit. I did have some fuses. I didn't have the Allen wrenches. I didn't have any spare screws. I did have this. I definitely didn't have any of this, any of the cabinet latches or the Loctite. And honestly, I did not have one of these, and I have needed one in the past, and I have used the screwdriver or tried to get, the pair of pliers in here, and you're bending things because the pliers don't quite fit between them. But yeah, I've done it wrong before. So this is going to be a nice addition. Just having all of this stuff together, all in one spot, is great. Again, the nice bag that it comes in, I think this is awesome. Once again, this is Jeff.
And Jenny.
And we're the Airstream Nerds. Please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, put any comments below, and we'll see you on the next trip.